another episode of Chopstick Travel. I'm Luke.
And I'm Sabrina.
And today we are in our home away from home, Taiwan, in the capital city of Taipei. And this is the start of our new 2019 updated Taipei series, where we are going to be taking you around the city, eating all kinds of local Taiwanese street foods.
So tonight we are at the Nanjichang Night Market, a night market that we've actually never been to before. It's really local, it's outside the city center, and it's right behind us. So we're gonna go in and start eating now. So let's go.
The name of this night market, Nanjichang, actually translates to South Airport Night Market, and there is actually no airport anywhere near here. Instead, it's actually referring to during the Japanese colonization of Taiwan, there was a military airstrip in this area. When the Japanese left in 1949, this area was kind of left as a slum, and nowadays it's a thriving area of Taipei with this beautiful night market. So we are hungry and looking for something to eat. Our first stop tonight is for some poached chicken. We are at a really popular place called Shanne, and they have this beautiful looking chicken that we've ordered up here, and you can just see that it's swimming in this sauce. It looks like a little bit of a sweet sauce, maybe with some oil. On the side here we've got a clear soup. I'm guessing this is probably like a chicken broth soup. And then we've also got rice, of course, with some sauce all over it as well. This looks really, really good. Just check out those pieces of chicken. So let me try this out here. Wow, that was really dry.
Really dry?
Yeah. This is quite a traditional Taiwanese dish, and it is served cold. Nice little sweetness from that sauce, but unfortunately that chicken is actually quite dry. I was expecting it to be very tender, but it is quite dry. This is poached chicken, so it's very lightly cooked, and it doesn't feel greasy whatsoever. I do like the sauce though. So there is some chili sauce on the side here. It looks quite spicy. You can see all of those chilies in there. I'm gonna put some on my chicken here, and that'll definitely elevate the flavor with some spiciness. So let's try that. Oh, that is nice. Definitely spicy, a little bit smoky from that chili sauce. In my opinion though, the chicken is a little bit too dry. Let's try the soup that they've got on the side here. Just very simple looking soup. Oh, very, very light. Almost like a ginger chicken broth. And try the rice too. The sauce tastes phenomenal on that rice, a little bit sweet.
So if you've never had a dish like this before, it might catch you off guard a little bit because the chicken is served cold. It's pretty good actually. This place is really popular, really famous, so you might want to come early and get in line, and hopefully you can get a table, but I think this place is pretty good. So our second stop in this night market is going to be a very special restaurant, something we've never tried before. It's called Mayo Chicken, which is like a sesame oil chicken. So we're walking to the stall right now. We're gonna try to find it. It's not very busy tonight, but it's kind of hard to find with all these stalls around.
So unfortunately, the restaurant that we just ate at didn't have any ginger left. Traditionally, they serve that dish with lots of ginger, and I'm hoping that the second chicken dish we're about to try right now, the Mayoji, as Sabrina just said, is going to be better. So let's order one up and try it out. So we found the little restaurant. This place is called Annan, and this is actually, you wouldn't guess it, but this is a Michelin recommended Bib Gourmand restaurant, and they serve pretty much only one thing, and that is the Mayoji, which is the sesame oil chicken or sesame chicken. I've actually never had this dish before. You can see a little bit of that sesame oil, almost orange in color, floating on the top. We got the jitui, which is the lag of the chicken, and lots of meat in here. Huge chunks of chicken meat in there. Just check that out. So I just gotta try this broth by itself for anything. Wow. Wow. It was very, very subtle, almost a little bit peanutty and not salty whatsoever. I don't think there's any salt in there really. It's a little bit sweet. That is really, really good. I kind of like the sort of peanut buttery nuttiness to it. So I find a nice piece of chicken for my first bite. Oh man, look at that. Wow, they're really generous with their chicken serving here.
So the first thing you'll notice when you walk in here is the aroma of this broth. This broth is made of sesame oil and ginger and also rice wine, but we have added a sauce to the table, so this is just to add a little bit more flavor to the chicken because it is a little bit bland. So a little dip, looks like it's going to be a little bit spicy and a little bit garlicky as well. That's got some heat.
This is a really interesting dish. It's not very common to find this around Taiwan, and also the Michelin guide did not recommend any restaurants in this area except for this one. It is quite a unique dish with a very subtle flavor. The broth is really where all that magic is. Oh man. It looks like it's going to be really thick, but it's actually very watery and light. This place really knows what they're doing. This chicken is not dry like the other place whatsoever. There's huge chunks of super tender, juicy chicken in there. Let's try out this chicken on the bone here. Oh man, that chicken is very, very, very tender. A little bit nutty. This is awesome. So the owner saw me struggling with the chicken leg, and he gave Sabrina a glove. Yeah, so you don't even need to get your hands messy, or you don't even need chopstick skills here. Just take the glove and eat it like this. Pretty barbaric. So you definitely wouldn't expect to find a Michelin recommended restaurant down this little alley on the outskirts of Taipei, but I definitely understand why the people at Michelin rewarded this place with that Bib Gourmand. That is some seriously delicious sesame chicken. Oh, yeah. What's next?
The next place is a Xiaobing Subing stall. Not sure if it's gonna be open because it closes really soon and maybe they're sold out, but we're gonna go see if they are open.
So we just waited in line for about 20 minutes to buy our subing, which are like these baked buns. The way that he's making them is really cool and really unique, very traditional. So he starts by frying these dough balls that have been stuffed with different things. We ordered one with red bean and one with sugar and peanuts. So he fries it on top of the actual oven that he then proceeds to bake it in after it's fried the outside. So he's crouching over and has to really meticulously take care of each of the subing to make sure that they're cooked properly. So we have two different kinds, as I mentioned. This one is, I believe, the Hongdo, which is red bean. So you can see some like red bean sort of spilling out there. They are piping hot out of the oven. And then the second kind is the tiende, which is sweet. So you can see some liquid sugar and there should be some peanuts inside. So how about I crack this one open here so we can see what it looks like inside. Oh man. Oh yeah, look at that. So very, very simple, very, very small too. But let's try it out here. Oh wow, it's not overly sweet. I mean, that is super, super flaky and good. A little bit of a like sesame seed flavor to it too. Oh man, that is good. You can definitely tell that that crunch is because he's frying it first and then baking it. That is good.
Someone photobombed us.
I know, and like people are taking pictures and everything right now.
It's a little distracting.
Yeah.
But how is it? Good?
It's really good.
Good.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna crack open the red bean kind. Oh my goodness, look at that. And it is just steaming. This is super hot. Oh, this one is quite a bit softer than the last. And the red bean is not that sweet. It's really nice. It's just like a more of a creamy filling than it is sweet. Nice and hot.
This is the perfect little snack there, very small, only 15 Taiwan dollars. I haven't tried the red bean kind, so let's try this out. Oh man. The key is frying and then baking it. It is just so crispy and not too sweet. That is perfect, but we're still hungry, so let's keep going. Where are we at now, Sabrina?
So we are actually at a dumpling shop. They are working like a well-oiled machine here. They also serve a hot and sour soup, which we're gonna order up, but we are actually just waiting to get a table because it is packed. Oh, yeah.
We've got ourselves a seat now at this incredibly busy dumpling restaurant and ordered up a hot and sour soup. So this is quite a traditional Taiwanese soup, very thick and lots of ingredients. So we have two different types of tofu. There's like regular tofu here, and then there's tofu skin as well. There's some wood ear mushrooms. I see a little bit of cilantro, some carrots, and cabbage. So let's try this out. It looks like it's gonna be really hot. Oh yeah. Ooh. Oh, it's really good. It's nice and sour. They give it that sourness from the vinegar that they put in it. It's very plain. Other than that, a little bit peppery, but it's really just all about that sour acidity from that vinegar. That's pretty good. And then a little bit of a crunch from that cabbage and those wood ear mushrooms. Yeah, that's nice. Super hot though. Wow. So we've got our dumplings here. These look pretty good. These are boiled dumplings that have been stuffed with, I believe it's just pork and maybe a little bit of vegetables. Minimum order was 10, so we ordered up 10 dumplings. We've got quite a few different sauces on the side here. I'm gonna go for this big jug. I don't exactly know what this is, but it looks like a soy sauce, chili, vinegar mixture. Let's grab this one right here. Dip it in a little sauce. Let's try that out. Oh, those are awesome. They're actually not like any dumpling that I've had before. Usually when you get dumplings, it sort of forms a meatball in the middle where all that meat is kind of held together, but that was really fall apart in my mouth. The wrapper is quite thick, and there's actually corn in there, so I didn't know there was gonna be corn, but I love dumplings with corn. Those are really good. And then the sauce is just basically soy sauce. I don't even think there's any vinegar in it. I'm gonna go for another one here. And there's a little bit of chili in here, but I can't taste the heat. Those are good. Nice boiled dumplings. Oh, awesome.
So I really, really like this hot and sour soup more than I like the dumplings. And for those who might be hesitant to eat this, there's usually coagulated blood inside the hot and sour soup, but for this one, there's nothing inside, so you don't need to worry. Watch this.
Sabrina and I were just discussing, and we think that this may be our new favorite night market. This place is seriously awesome. It's a little bit hard to get to. We took a taxi to get here because it's not close to any really of the MRT stations. You could also take a U-bike, but it's definitely worth coming here. The food is just awesome, and the people are really friendly, and it's very authentic and traditional Taiwanese.
but
I think we've got one more snack in us, don't we?
yes, we do. We're going to get some flame roasted corn, or is it? I think it's charcoal roasted corn. I didn't see it yet, but Luke said that there's a guy up here using charcoal to roast some corn.
Yep.
So, and this is actually really traditional Taiwanese as well. So I think this will be our last snack of the night. We are super full. So our final snack of the night is this. This is grilled corn over charcoal. Now I said earlier that this is a traditional Taiwanese snack, but it is also a traditional winter snack, and it is March here. So how it's done is he starts grilling the corn over charcoal, and then he rubs it as he's grilling the corn with this sasha sauce, which is a Taiwanese barbecue sauce, and he rubs it until the sauce becomes very thick on the corn. So as you can see, it's really dark and really thick on the corn. And he also asks, for what kind of spicy level do you want? So we ordered just a little spicy. So let's give it a try. So that is nice and smoky, a little bit sweet, just as lots of Taiwanese snacks are. Served hot, and the corn has kind of lost its crunchiness. It's really soft and chewy now, but definitely smoky, and you can see there's like little charred spots, and that is really flavorful.
So I'm about to try the corn. I love how they actually serve it right on a chopstick. So he like hammers a little chopstick into the bottom of it. It looks grilled to perfection. Sabrina says good, so let's try it. Oh wow. Yeah, it's really, really soft. It kind of gets stuck in your teeth because it falls right off the cob very easily. A little bit sweet, a little bit smoky. Yeah, that's good. It's very Taiwanese flavored with that sasha sauce.
First impressions of this night market? So this is the first time we're here, so what do you think about this night market?
We've already said what we thought of it.
Best dish of the night.
Best dish of the night. I really like the mayoji, the sesame chicken, but also those dumplings and the hot and sour soup are really good. I'd have to say the worst dish of the night was probably the poached chicken, but it wasn't bad, but it just definitely wasn't as good as all the other ones. This corn, probably say top 3.
I think for the poached chicken, you have to go a little earlier.
Yeah.
They open a little earlier.
You definitely want to go when they have the ginger.
Yeah.
I always love to snack on corn, winter or not. It's one of my favorite kind of healthier snacks, and I'd say probably 90% of the time people in Taiwan are going to be cooking corn over gas fire, but this guy's doing it the traditional way on charcoal. This market is very, very traditional. I definitely recommend anyone to come here, try all the foods we had, especially the Michelin recommended sesame chicken, and you won't be disappointed. All right, guys, that is it for our tour of the Nanjichang South Airport Market here in Taipei. This is such a fun night and really, really delicious foods. You can find all the information for this place down in the description box. And we are going to be in Taipei for the next little while, making all kinds of videos for you. As I mentioned, this is our sort of updated 2019 series where we really want to go deep into Taipei, looking for some really authentic local restaurants. We've got a lot of stuff planned. We've done a ton of research for this trip. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let us know down in the comment box what you thought looked the most delicious, and let us know what your favorite night market in Taipei is. And we'll see you again from Taiwan very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.